Alright, you guys, Barcelona 1, Girona 2. Barcelona lose a very pivotal game. But once again, instead of us to be talking about the football that Barcelona did or didn't play, much of our conversation will be structured around the refereeing of today's game because, LaLiga refs, they have this thing where they like to make themselves the center of attention because why talk about football when you can talk about the ref instead, you know? Okay, let's do that then. But first, if this is your first time coming across one of my videos, hi guys, I am Just Max, and on today's episode of the Just Max Show, it will be a crash out. So if you love football, Barcelona, all of that stuff, please stick around, be my friend, be my homie, subscribe. Let's get this show on the road because yes, Barcelona did start today's match day second on the table behind Real Madrid. We are playing Girona, and of course in the Barcelona derby, we win this game, we go back to the top of La Liga. Remember that we are just coming off that devastating loss that Atletico Madrid in the first leg of the Copa del Rey. So of course Hansi Flick decided to put what I thought was a relatively strong squad against Girona. Joan Garcia in goal, which I thought he had a great game. Gerard Martin in left back, to give Alejandro Balde some time to rest because Balde has not been very good, to be fair. Eric Garcia and Pau Kubasi in centre back, I thought they did okay. Jules Koundé in right back, he was a bit confused from time to time. Fermin Lopez, Frankie de Jong, and Dani Olmo were Barcelona's midfield. And of course, up front, we had Rafinha, Ferran Torres, and Lamine Yamal. Now, I am going to be honest with you. Rafinha coming into this match, it changed the complexion of the way Barcelona were playing. I thought that we did have some good chances here and there in the first half. Anything that Rafinha does for me is gold, except that Barcelona in that first half were 1, slow, 2, very, very wasteful because we did have opportunities for Rafinha, we did have opportunities for Lamine Yamal, and we did have opportunities for Ferran Torres, all of which went a begging. Now, on a normal day, I will be talking about the fact that every time that Girona came forward, they looked like they had a plan in place. They practiced what they wanted to do to Barcelona on the training field. And not just that, every time that they put a shot to Barcelona's goal, it was on target. By comparison to the Barcelona situation where every time that Barcelona came forward, it was just very, very wayward and very, very chaotic. That's what this video would have been if this was a normal game. It wasn't, because everything kicked off in the second half. We know that Barcelona, they play a lot better in the second half. It's a reason why people on the social media like to call them the second half team, right? So it kicks off in the second half. Barcelona playing some of the more better football, not the best football ever, but the more better football. We do get a goal from Pau Kubasi, a very good cross from Jules Koundé, finds Pau Kubasi, and he puts together a thunderous header to pass the Girona goalkeeper. And I'm excited because this time around, they cannot take away his goal. Because if you remember, and I want you to remember this, against Atletico Madrid, the VAR took 10 minutes to iron out the details of Pau Kubasi's goal to make sure that it was a legit goal, to the point that we heard that the semi-automated machine was not working, so they had to take their sweet time by hand drawing the lines to find the offside. I want you guys to specifically remember that because we will come back to it. Now, not 2 minutes later, Girona, they have the ball in the back of the net. It's a defensive collapse from Barcelona. Eric Garcia doesn't go back checking. Pau Kubasi doesn't clear the ball very well. And of course, Lemar, who hasn't scored in 3 years, finds a goal for the second successive game. And you know what? It's one of the things we do. It's one of the things we do. Do we like easy things? No, we don't. We don't like easy things. Things like this, it does happen a lot in Barcelona games. But here is the thing that starts to make me upset, is that Barcelona were on top of things. We looked like we were trying to get the equalizer. We looked like we were trying to make some things happen. And again, this was a game that I felt like it had ebbs and flows. For moments in times, you felt like Girona had the momentum. And then there was some moment where you felt like Barcelona could just nick it at any point in time. Again, I want to mention, if this was a normal game, I would have talked about the fact that Girona were very, very clinical. In fact, they did make Juan Garcia pull off a spectacular double save. They did. They were that good. They were that on target, whereas Barcelona were not very much on target. But this is not a normal game. No. It's not a normal game. And for the next little while, when we talk about the Barcelona versus Girona game, we're going to be talking about the fact that the referee decided he wanted to be the main character. Why? How you may ask? Okay, let me tell you. Girona scores a goal that very clearly comes off a foul on Jules Koundé. Remember how I told you to remember the fact that in the previous match against Atletico Madrid in the Copa del Rey, the VAR took 10 whole minutes and by hand to find the foul when the semi-automated machine allegedly was not working. Remember that? Okay, cool. Now let's come back to this. The player for Girona takes the ball off. It's a contested shot with Jules Koundé. He studs on ankle. Studs on ankle every single day of the week is a foul. Studs on ankle is a foul. Jules Koundé is on the floor, writhing in pain. I would have thought that the referee will stop the play, but no, he lets the play develop. Everything happens very quickly. Girona have the ball in the back of the net. Now, my immediate assumption would be check the foul. I mean, this is why the VAR was introduced, is it not? Is it not? I mean, every single time I watch a Barcelona game this season, I'm left flabbergasted, flummoxed, is that the word? I feel hoodwinked, I feel taken for a fool. Yeah, because as I am sitting, waiting for the VAR to give us the pictures, because we have seen that many times. A player, play develops, VAR comes up with a very, very big picture, pauses it in frame in a situation where the referee has no choice but to make a decision. Even if the referee did not want to make a decision before. We have seen this countless times. But today, no. No. Nothing to see here. I mean, the last game, you guys took 10 good minutes. 10 good minutes to find the offside. Used your hand. But this time around, nothing to see. Oh, you don't say. No, tell me something I don't already know. Nothing to see. There was no foul. The goal was allowed to stand. A goal that was critical in the title race. We're talking about the fact that Barcelona are now 2 points behind Real Madrid. Is it even 2 points? Let me check very quickly because it could very well be 3. Give me a minute because this is 2 points behind Real Madrid. A goal that had an impact on the complexion on the bottom half of the table, and yet nothing to see here. Nothing to see. This is the very same league that just this weekend was giving bogus penalties. And yes, before you talk about the penalty that Barcelona missed, I get it. We did miss a penalty. We're not very good in the first half. Okay, I get it. I do. Let me miss a penalty. I would accept this thing if Barcelona lost the game because we were very, very terrible. In fact, I don't even think we deserve to win this game. I thought that this was a game where we deserved to draw. By all inclinations, by all shapes and forms. I thought that this was that kind of game. But I did not think that we deserved to lose. I did not think that we should have lost this game. And the only reason that we have lost this game is because the VAR has refused to do its job. And I think it's a question that I have posed now for the last 3 videos I've put on here. At what point does the VAR intervene? We need to be clear. Because is this not why we have VAR? Like, it's exhausting. It really is exhausting watching La Liga and having to talk about the ref. We have many situations that just happen for Barcelona and never gets called. It's ridiculous. It's exhausting. Every time that I sit to watch a Barcelona game, I don't know that I've sat down to watch a Barcelona game and I felt, good job everybody. No refereeing calls, nothing here, nothing to see here. Everybody move on. I don't think that I've ever felt that every time we finish watching a Barca game, we always have something to say about the way the ref has performed. And it's not fair. It's not nice to the players. It's not nice to the fans. It's not nice. Like, it's exhausting. It almost feels like there is an organized campaign to prevent us from winning this league. And it's just like, okay, tell me if you don't want me to win. Let's just call it a day. Because why do I have to sit down and put myself through this every single weekend, and it's just the same? I told you guys at the start that this was not a review. This is me legit crashing out. Mind you, I have already crashed out offline. I've already crashed out offline, and I feel like this is a legit crash out because this mistake here today, it does have implications on the table. For the first time since March day 13, Barcelona are no longer top of the table. And it's not because we don't deserve to. It's not because we lost. It's because it was taken from us. And it's unfair. It's exhausting. Like this cannot continue. It really just cannot. We have to hold the referees accountable. Now, I know someone is going to tell me, Hansi Flick said to trust the refs. Yeah, but it's not to become willfully blind to their mistakes. I trust you that you're going to do your job. I trust you that you're going to make the calls. But when you've done it not once, not twice, not 3 times, my God, at what point do we say enough is enough? And right now, I feel like I'm legitimately in a toxic relationship with these people. I show up every single week, every single Barca game. I show up, I sit down to watch a Barca match, and every single time I'm being treated like, I don't know why I do this to myself. I don't know why I do this to myself. Now, that's not to say that Barcelona played an excellent game today. Like I said, if this was a normal review, I would have talked about the fact that we had 20 shots. Only 4 was on target. It's terrible. It's abysmal. Should never be. If this was a normal review, I would talk about the fact that Girona had 12 shots. 9 was on target. We had 23. Correction. 23 at the final count. And 4 on target. That's terrible. But this is not a normal game. This is not a normal review. Because we have lost this game now. Not because we could not take points out of it. But because I don't understand why the ref has decided to be the main star. So yes, sir. Congratulations. Here's the spotlight. You did that. All of you, the VAR. I'm not sure what you're doing. I don't know what you're going to take away from this video, to be fair. Other than the fact that I needed to tell somebody about the injustice that I think has just happened to FC Barcelona today. But let me know what you thought about this game in the comment section.